Wagwan, everybody. Welcome back to another episode, Responsible Degenerate Podcast, the number one women's sports podcast. Make sure y'all follow our socials. They're right below.
hmm
Y'all know me. Never ran, never will from Brownsville. I'm your host, Robbie. That's my co-host, formerly known as Upper East Side Mel, now known as Southern Hospitality Mel.
Different type of living. I'm good. I'm good, man. Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Yeah, Mel. Yeah, I was happy too, but I was happy all day today. Like it's Saturday. It's Saturday, of course. A lot of sports today. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a good day, man. But
hmm
my team's lost, man. As far as
Yeah.
football, so I was a little out of it. But
Man, Josh Allen.
yeah, I was out of it. I was
Man.
out of it, man. So, but I'll lie. Maybe I could watch some Unrivaled and it picked me up. It kind of did. It's bad. I love basketball, so it kind of did. But then when the games went off, I was
It
like,
was like, damn, miserable. Damn. But what now? Like, depression. Sports is a lifesaver, man. I'm telling y'all, like,
yeah,
sports really just be holding us down, like,
mhm.
it's life. Yeah, it's a beautiful game, beautiful sport. Sports is beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. Sports is like the best, man. But like it also like controls your emotions because like when your team winning, you in a great mood.
hmm
Your team winning, you in a great mood. So that's the good part of sports. But when your team lose, it hurt a little
Yeah.
right here. It hurt a little right here.
Feel like you one of the players. I felt like Josh Allen for a minute, and it's just like I can't imagine what it's like to be him right now, or
Uh,
like
yeah, I'm about to the post game. Everybody cry. I'm like, I know how to feel. It hurt a little right here,
that
man. A
shit
little right
hurt.
here.
Yeah.
But get to these games, man. Oh yeah,
hmm
my fault, y'all, for last night. We were supposed to put out episode this morning, but last night we was tired, man. Like we was tired.
Yeah, just to be honest, there's a lot
We was
going on. Life is
tired,
hectic. I'm moving on my end. We just, but we here, man. We back. Just want to
Yeah,
apologize, but back like we never left. So back night,
yeah.
we never
Yeah.
left.
Habits, man. I ain't gonna lie. Those being at this unk stage now, like the late games for me, I be fighting to stay up, like but. No, but we do it though, but so like that's why I love the early games. Like when it's early games, like yes,
Yeah.
I can watch the games, get it the pod done, record it out by a certain time. I can just chill the rest of the day, man. But
hmm
it's all good though. Today we here. I want to start with the last game that came on Breeze against Vinyl. Vinyl defeats Breeze 81-66. Mm, Breeze now dropped two in a row. They're now 2-2. Vinyl was also 2-2. Game winner by Ryan Howard.
Yeah.
Led by Vinyl. Oh, we got Dearica Hamby, 21. Ryan Howard, big game, 30.
Mhm.
Rana, who we don't see as much, but today we did because to combat Malonga, her size, 17 points. Erica Wheeler, 5 points. Courtney Williams didn't shoot well today, 6 points. Ray Burrell, 2. And for Breeze, Paige Beckett, another great game, 25 points. Yeah, Jackson, 13 points. Malonga, 13 points. Still no dunk. Cameron Brink, 7 points. She did have how many blocks? Yeah, she had 2 blocks. Came on 8 points. Mel, your takeaway on this game?
Yeah, I mean, my takeaway is that this was a game where the more experienced team won. I mean, I felt like, and it felt like Breeze's inexperience kind of showed. I felt like overall Vinyl had control of this game for the majority of the game until like the last few until it was time for Vinyl to win, and then for whatever reason they just wanted to make it interesting, and it's cool. But like I'm like, yo, it's like 10 something. So like but I mean overall, man, I just feel like Breeze just didn't play well. You know what I'm saying? Paige Becker struggled a lot in this game. I know she ended up with 25. She was 9 for 20 from the field, but the bulk of like them shots came towards the end where she was kind of able to get it going, hitting some threes, hitting the middies, but she struggled, and that is rare to see Paige have like a rough game, but it happens to superstars all the time. So, at the end of the day, she's going to bounce back. She's going to be good. But, yeah, like I said, in terms of Breeze, like Rakia Jackson I feel like a lot of the time she was just taking a lot of jump shots. And I'm like, Rakia is a great shooter, but I feel like she definitely just has to have a better understanding of when to mix up the jump shot, get in the post and drive. She was 3 for 8 tonight. I feel like she should have been able to find a way to get more shots, but I just think it just turns into like, yo, I need to be aggressive. Let me get downhill because when she gets downhill, Rakia Jackson could be unstoppable. Dominique Malanga played pretty solid. She played all right. 13.6 for 13, but nothing really impactful. And Cameron Brink, as and this is a consistent thing that we've been saying. One thing about Cameron Brink, when she comes in the game, she's gonna foul. And it's like it's just it's just I feel like she's trying to get her offensive rhythm going. I know she just came off an injury and things like that, so I'm looking forward to her just getting her feet wet and continuing to build. Kate Martin did good, but overall, man, we got to just give love to Vinyl. Ryan Howard came out to play. She balled tonight. 10 for 18 from the field. And the thing that I loved about Howard's game tonight, she didn't just jack up threes. There's not the only thing. She took 18 shots. She's shot 6 for 11 from three, but she was driving to the basket. She was driving to the rim, getting some layups, attacking the paint, which I feel like is important for her to do because we all know that Ryan Howard can shoot. She's a great shooter, whether she's standing still, sometimes her body is contorted, but overall, Ryan Howard is a scorer. Like we feel like no matter like when she's locked in, nobody can guard her. But I feel like certain times she becomes too jump shot happy and she forgets to drive to the basket. But tonight she locked in on that side of the ball, got to the rim, was able to knock down some shots, got that 4 point play at the end to seal the game, on page and things like that. So Ryan Howard was definitely on one. So I want to give her love, give her flowers, and show credit. De'Erica Hamby, monster, all night mismatch. Like Breeze had nobody that could stop her. I mean, anytime De'Erica Hamby drove downhill, was able to get to the basket. You know what I'm saying? She even hit a 3 pointer. So overall, man, like I said, Brittany Grinder came off the bench, 17 points, being a monster. Doing what she does. So overall, I just felt like Vinyl was the more experienced team. They were the better team, and they imposed their will, and they made it really tough for Breeze. Breeze struggled all night. That was probably like the worst I've seen them play thus far. And like I said, even Paige is struggling and things like that. So I just felt like Vinyl, like I said, basketball is a game of matchups. You know what I'm saying? Like you may think oh yeah, like Breeze is gonna keep flowing and knock over. Nah, it's a game of matchups, and sometimes you don't match up well against a certain team than you think. Like how we saw with Hive against Rose against the Hive. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like sometimes it's just tendencies and it's just certain playing styles that you're not really used to, or you're not really accustomed to. And Vinyl was able to get the dub, and even though at the end, I don't know why they decided to make it more difficult, because for a second there I was like, Vinyl would be the team to lose in that fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like Breeze brought it down to like 9, I think, or like 11. But at the end of the day, they sealed the deal. But it's mainly because of Ryan Howard. So I definitely want to show her some love. She balled out.
Yes, you did. The veterans. I'm working right now. Can I work? Can I work? Give me a second. These kids, man. No respect, man. Yes, the veterans definitely showed their veteran. I guess a word. Veteran. This is not a word, but they showed that tonight. Yeah. I mean, Cameron Brink. She came out strong. She had like 2 blocks in the first quarter. I think she had
Mhm.
like 5 in the first quarter. So they was bringing it, but they just didn't sustain it. Simple as that. Like plain as that. When Derrick Hammy and Ryan Howard got it going on that 2 woman game, it's nothing you really could do because Hamby, she's a great screen setter, she's a great roller. She can pop as well. So now she got both of those going. She can also make the right play with the pass as well. So you at your mercy with her either way. And then you got Ryan Howard now not settling. So now with Ryan Howard not settling, now it's like damn. And then when she does decide to shoot a three, for the most part tonight, she shot it well. She picked her spots well. She shot good, great threes tonight. Shot well tonight, and then pretty much from there it was like, and then also Brittany Griner also she finally got was able to play a lot today. Good
Mhm.
matchup for her with Malanga, and I think she had like when she came in she had like what like I think it was like 11 straight points, not straight but like 11 points like the
Yeah,
first
she
half.
came in the game and made a huge impact off the
Yeah,
rip.
so off
Like,
rip. So like we know how talented she is. It's just about with her, it's just matchups. She's a very big individual. She's very tall, so she doesn't have the quickest feet. So in this kind of league, most of the I'm gonna say that the bigs are mobile bigs, so like it's not a good matchup for her. But tonight it was. No, she played well. It was good to finally see her play well. In this league, 17 points, but she had 7 rebounds for in one assist. But yeah, for the most part, and then it was only vinyl with you would like let them come back, but they end up doing their job. They held it down. For the most part, they was up by 20 most of the game too. Like
Yeah.
I was like yeah, this one's about over. Yeah, this one's about over. And this was a game I was looking forward to too. With Breeze, but Breeze has now, like I said, lost two in a row. Um, you know, their youth is definitely showing every now and then. It shows it raises its head at the wrong
Yeah.
time, and you see it. You saw it tonight. But they're gonna be going against pretty much every squad is basically a veteran squad, like for the most part, and they have the youngest team. So, but I think it's good for them. It's good for them.
Mhm.
They'll be all right. They just fine. I'm not worried about. It's only what they only 2-2. They got a long season ahead of them.
Yeah. Still got to play him. Still got to beat him.
Yeah, not really worried about that. But great game by Vinyl.
Last thing I want to say, Rob.
Mhm.
No, last thing I want to say is we want to wish Erica Wheeler a speedy recovery. I know I think she knocked knees with Cameron Brink on
Yeah,
at screen. And I saw like I think she was able to walk off, but at
she got
first it
up.
was just
Yeah,
like she got up and was able to walk off the court. So wishing Erica Wheeler a speedy recovery. Because like she was looking good, 5 points, 2 for 5, and things like that. So, but yeah, we wishing her a speedy recovery, and would love to see her back on the court soon.
yeah. I'm glad that was able to get up at her
Mm-hmm.
own power and walk it off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Especially injury or like that.
Yep.
But yeah, shout out to Vinyl. Vinyl take the dub. They're now 2-2. Breeze now 2-2. Miss 3-1. They defeat Lunar Owls. For some reason, I thought Lunar Owls had a win. I don't know why. I could have sworn they beat somebody, but
Not sure. Not
thought
sure.
they did, man. But
Yeah.
Lunar Owls, Miss defeat Lunar Owls 79-65. Skylar Diggers, they returned today, but they made a good run in the third quarter, but Miss is just too good, man. Alicia Gray led them 30 points. Brianna Stewart, 21 points. Lee was out there.
Yeah,
Lee,
I'm
Lee
telling
was
y'all.
out there when she did that. It was like a euro on a fast break.
Yeah.
Leah Rule, 13 points. And for Luna Owls, Leah Ellis, basically the same two. Leah Ellis, 22 points. Marina Mabry,
Mm,
27 points. I mean, Rebecca Allen did have 9 points, but for the most part, Sky Diggs, she was on a minutes restriction. Played 8 minutes tonight. She had 5 points, but she ain't playing in a long time. So I expected Russ from her. Tim May, 5 minutes, 2 points, nothing really. And Rachel Baden played one 1 minute.
yeah. Uh,
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
Like on a 5-man team, a 6-man team for them, they get held 1 minute. That's crazy, man. But yeah, man, what's your takeaway from this game, man?
Yeah, I mean, my take on this is the better team won. I feel like Miss overall, like I said, Miss has their team is just full of veterans, and I will say, just from the Miss standpoint, it's such a pleasure, and it makes me blissful to just see Brianna Stewart back playing as good as she has been. Like you could tell, she's finally, she's not 100% healthy, but she's definitely looking a lot more healthier now than she did last season on Arrival, and it's showing like she's out there balling, taking people off the dribble, hitting shots, shimmying on the post, the fadeaways. Like she's looking really good. Like I said, tonight she had 21 points with balling out. Alicia Gray, the two-way player, continues to just ball out. That jump shot is money. The crossover that she had to win the game on Marina maybe with the left to the basket and one. I mean, she was out there cooking, and if you got when Stewie is playing that aggressive, I mean, listen, I mean, it's going to be hard to stop this team because you got Alicia Gray who's consistent, and all across the board, I feel like Obviously you want people to produce more, but I feel like with if those two got it going, you have a high chance of winning. And I also want to shout out Lee Yuru, somebody who I'm a huge fan of, and I'm gonna keep telling people, y'all better stop sleeping on Lee Yuru. She has a extremely high IQ. She can shoot. She could finish. She has a post game. She has a nice touch. She's mobile. Hopefully, they come to an agreement on the WNBA season because we want to see them play, but these women deserve to get paid. So pay these women what they deserve. I'm telling you, Leah Rue will have a 25 to 30 point game this season. I'm telling you, she's that good. The Euro step, the jump shot, the way she run the floor, the way she uses her body to seal off defenders. She is extremely talented. And it was great to just see her be able to put on tonight 13 points. Arike struggled tonight, 1 for 11. It was tough to, just see her struggle because, I really be pulling for Enrique. Veronica Burton, kind of struggled a bit. But yeah, Miss, they definitely balled out, man. I will say Luna Hours, this is probably like the best game they've had. Rebecca Allen, as much as we mentioned, like, yo, it's a two game with just Marina Mabry and Aaliyah Edwards. Rebecca Allen definitely had her best game, offensively and even defensively, like getting some steals and, being a bit disruptive. But yeah, and Skylar Diggins, it was great to see her back on the court. But they didn't have enough. And at the end of the day, unless Marina Mabry is knocking down every shot and Aaliyah Edwards is knocking down every shot, this team is gonna they're going to struggle to win games because they're just not able to get production from other players, not even a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the next player had 9, but it's like it puts so much pressure on Aaliyah and Marina to be perfect, to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I will say Timmy, even though Fig bin Yay, she didn't play good. Sorry, I know I'm pronouncing her name wrong. She didn't play well offensively, but I ain't gonna lie. Alicia Gray was about to crash out on her because there was time where I think Timmy had like grabbed her, fouled her. I think she knocked her down when she did like a post move. Alicia Gray was this close to getting a rocket with her. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably like the best thing she did. Tried to get in her head, but at the end of the day, Alicia Gray had 30, so she won that mental battle. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. At the end of the day, what I saw is just a missed team that balled out. Luna Owls, they're just struggling to really find some type of rhythm and things like that outside of Marina Mabry and Aaliyah Edwards. So yeah, the better team won, and yeah, I'm not surprised by what I saw. But shout out to Lee Rule and the Miss because they can definitely be dangerous and scary, once they get the others clicking.
Yeah, man. It's glad to see them. The last year was
It
abysmal.
was horrible. Oh my
It
god.
was, it was it was terrible to see, man. But like you
Yeah.
said, like I like how you started. It's 2 years back. She's back. She said she's feeling better than she felt the last couple years. So that's great
Hmm.
to hear from a Liberty. Was great to hear. So I'm glad, and she's showing it. 21 points. Like she was hitting fadeaways, that she was giving them the whole arsenal. Doing what she do. Alicia Gray, she just in this setting right here, she just thrives in it, man.
Yeah.
She said at the end of the game, the post game, they asked her like what the team needed or something like that. She said buckets, like they needed buckets, like
That's
she,
it.
yeah, and this kind of setting, you gonna use the exposer or you get exposed, and I want to be the exposer. I don't want to get exposed, and she's out here
Exactly.
putting the team on her back, like she's giving it to you every way, like off the dribble, three ball, however you want it. Alicia Gray's however you want it. We're still waiting for that Rike game. She's been struggling.
It's
One
been
for
tough.
11. That was kind of nasty to see, man. But eventually, a great score will get together, yo. So I'm not worried about her, even though like I haven't seen her have a good game in a minute. I'm not worried about Rike. Rike, she will find her way on into this team and contribute. You know how she contributes. I think she's been a little better on the defensive end. I know
Yeah.
she want to focus on that end a little more, so she's been a little better there. I'm waiting for VB to actually like that Veronica Burton game. She's another one that I'm looking for. Wait until she have that Veronica Burton game. But Tyler tonight, no, not too crazy. This was really a Stewie, Alicia Gray, and
Hmm.
Lee game,
Hmm.
real for real. Um, No, Elena Smith barely played, but also
Mm,
just like Brittany Griner, Lee, she's like 6'7", whatever she is. So like
mm.
she's a big individual, and she's not the most mobile. So like when a matchup is in her favor, she's gonna be just fine. And I feel like this matchup was in her favor because Fag Fag Bennett,
Timmy, yeah,
yeah,
like
Timmy,
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 Timmy. You're never gonna try to last.
yeah, Timmy at the most mobile. So like I mean, she only played like she played 4 minutes today. So like
Yeah, she
she
wasn't
had
doing
13 in 4 minutes. She was let that thing go. Euro and a fast break, huh?
that.
She hit a three. Lee Yee,
Smooth.
Yeah, Lee is it. Lee,
Hero.
Yeah, Lee. She's definitely like this is like one of her best games. For
Mm.
sure, for sure. Uh,
Last thing I want to say, I just want to give Aaliyah.
uh,
My fault. I just want to give Aaliyah Edwards some love for that move that she caught on Elena Smith where she crossed her over,
mhm.
put it in a spin cycle and then finished. That move was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like Aaliyah Edwards is definitely balling and showing out. I mean, but it's no surprise. Like she was doing this in a rival last season. You know what I'm saying? When she beat
Mhm.
Stewie and pretty, left 1-0. And then when she beat, and let me remind people, when she beat Nafisa Kalia in that one-on-one, but the rules said, you got to play again. But at the end of the day, listen, if you playing one-on-one for bread, I'm not giving you a second chance. So, but shout out to Leah Edwards. You know what I'm saying? We see you, and she's definitely been impressive. So it's good to just see her ball out and hoop.
Yeah, from a Lunar Owl standpoint, I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse. So I'm not going to talk about Rachel Banham. She didn't play 1 minute, so like she can't do much in that 1 minute. I mean, Rebecca Allen did have her best game. Like, but people ask like, what you expect from these kind of players in this setting? I'm like, yo, like we all grew up on 3v3. 3v3 is where you kind of learn to get your own basket. So, I mean, she's not from America, but I assume where she's from. I think she's from like Australia or something like that. The way like the culture is kind of the same way. 3v3, you got to learn to get your own basket. So that's why in these kind of settings, like boom, for example, Aaliyah Edwards, like we know she had game, but we didn't know she had this one-on-one game that she's showing us in Unrivaled. So you kind of expected like I maybe these players also as well got come surprises as well, but it ain't like that. No, Rebecca Allen is who she is in 5v5 is who she is in 3v3. She's just a 3-point shooter, stay in the corner, play hard, do the extra stuff, extra like a Lexi Hall kind of player. That's who she is, man. But she had a good game today, 9 points, 4 for 9, in her minutes to play. Um, I said Scott Diggins, she men's restriction, she ain't playing in a long time, so I didn't expect much from her. Like, but she did slay at the Golden Globes. So shout out to Scott Diggins.
Yeah, yes, she
Man.
did. Shout out to
So
Sky.
shout out to Scott Diggins, man. But Luna Owls, like I said, lose to Miss are now 3-1. Luna Owls are now 0-4. Just see, man. But
Yeah,
not really considering on who they missing and who they just got back. Not really. And now for the games we missed last night. Well, not missed, but the games we fell asleep on doing the episode. Hive gets their first win. Hive defeats
yeah,
Rose 78-75. That was a great game if you saw it. Citron, 14 points. Ezzy, 12 points. Kelsey Mitchell with the game winner, 24 points. Monique Billings, 12 points. And Sanaya Rivers, 14 points. Natisha Hydeman did struggle again, but at this point, it is what it is. Rose, Chelsea Clear almost did it again. I'm like,
yeah.
this again. Like, it was down by whatever they was down by, and she started
Bro,
going crazy. I'm like, yo,
yo,
I'm like,
it's always at the same time too. It's like the same that last quarter is. It's like the sliders just go up.
yo, she was making everything, bro. I'm like, oh, it's crazy, man. But Copper did return last night. Played 15 minutes, 11 points. Chelsea Gray, 36 points, 7 assists. Azure Stevens, 17 points. Shakira didn't really give us nothing. Lexi Hall, she played solid defensively, but offensively, really nothing. And Shook Sutton in 6 minutes, she 4 points. But it was like really like a 3-man game. You know, Shakira gotta be better. She has to be better. Like she hasn't had a
Agreed.
good game this season yet, man, for some reason. And I don't know, maybe because she's relying on Chelsea Gray to do everything. Like I seen a stat when they was playing, it said Chelsea Gray is responsible for like 40% of the points. And I'm like, come on, like somebody gotta help her. Like she can't be out here just doing everything for
Yeah.
y'all, spoon feeding y'all and giving y'all 30. Come on, like somebody gotta step up. But Mel, your take on this game?
Yeah, my take is, I'm happy that Hive finally got their first dub, and it's crazy because the way that they played against Rose is exactly what I foresaw them playing like before they even played the game. You know what I'm saying? Like this is their most well put together game, obviously because they won. You know what I'm saying? Because they got production from basically everybody except for Natisha Hardeman. But I just want to start off with Kelsey Mitchell. She was baking all night. And and respectfully, I ain't gonna lie. And I know this is Kalia Copper's first game back. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I would have put her on Kelsey Mitchell to start with because Kay Mitchell, she coming out with bad intentions. Like she don't care if you coming off an injury. She getting to it, and she was getting to the rim and 1-3. Like Kelsey Mitchell all night was putting pressure on her defender. You know what I'm saying? Getting and ones, and just being a menace on the offensive end, and doing what she does on the defensive end. Sonia Citron finally had a solid game. You know what I'm saying? Being able to find her shot. I feel like Sonia Citron is one of those players where she's just going to get better as the games progress. You know what I'm saying? She's the type of person where she's just gonna have to like struggle and just really figure it out in order to get better. But I will say she definitely looked good tonight in terms of shooting the ball and getting to the rim. Um, Ezzy Magmagor definitely played solid tonight. She's definitely played better. Um, Sanaya Rivers, I just want to show love to her because she came out the game ball like she is the main reason. Because when it came to the bench, Sanaya Rivers was the spark that came off the bench that just turned that whole game around because not only was Sanaya Rivers locking up, playing defense, blocking shots like how she does all the time, she was hitting that jump shot. She hit a three, she was hitting that midi, and it was automatic. So she already just helped out Hive to where they don't have to worry about, where's the points going to come from on the bench because we know Monique Billings is going to do that, which she did. And I feel like she won that matchup against Shakira Austin, honestly. And Natisha Hardeman didn't give you much. So I feel like what changed this game around was when Rose's bench came in, Sug Sutton, Lexi, and Shakira, and Hobbs' bench came in. Natisha Hardeman, Sanaya Rivers, and Monique Billings. Hav their bench, it kinda they ran away. They ran away with the game. Like that was the first time where Rose's bench just struggled. They looked anemic. Like Lexi Hall couldn't get anything going. Sug Sutton, she had 4 points, 2 for 4. She wasn't as aggressive enough. And Shakira Olsen just looked non-existent. You know what I'm saying? So the reason that Hive won this game is honestly, of course, the starters, but their bench came in and was productive. You know what I'm saying? Sanaya Rivers balled out, hitting jump shots, putting pressure on Rose. And then Rose just outside of Chelsea Gray, and Azare Stevens, nobody else really, Kalia Copper had 11 points, but she kind of struggled. You know what I'm saying? I know she hit like a big three towards the end, but, obviously, she's getting her footing and things like that. But I just felt like the game changer for this game was Hobbs bench. And they definitely put on. Monique Billings is continuing to really show out, and I feel like really put people on the map. Like yo, like she's here, she's one of them ones. But in terms of Rose, man, yeah, Chelsea Gray. I mean, I feel like and Rosie, I got to do better with finishing Chelsea Gray's passes. There's been multiple times where it's been, but there's shit like this. I mean, so times where she's thrown beautiful passes and they don't finish. Whether it's a layup, it's a jump shot. Chelsea Gray is out here crossing people over with the passes. You got to finish that. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. That's supposed to be a highlight. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, Chelsea Gray just continues to put on in a way where it's like every time she shoots the ball, it's just like it's going in. Like even when she missed, I'm surprised. Like it's just like, wait, she missed, and in that fourth quarter, where I'm like, yo, she really about to do this again. But in my mind, the defense in the fourth quarter from Hive was kind of bad. Like you got people backing up while Chelsea Gray is bringing up the ball. I'm like, yo, if y'all don't go pressure her from the time she get the ball, you can't let her walk into a shot. What y'all doing? If I'm that team, yo, I'm doubling. I don't care. Somebody else beat me. I've seen this too many times. I'm not letting her walk up and shoot a three or come for screen, shoot a three. And this game was close. It got tight towards the end where I'm like, yo, the way that game was going, Rose low key should have won just off of the momentum being switched because they really started to tap in. Hive kinda, started to turn the ball over, miss shots. But hey, man, I want to give credit to Hive because, when things got tough, they still was able to stay poised and stay disciplined. And Kelsey Mitchell was able to, hit the game winning layup over Azare Stevens and things like that. But Chelsea Gray does. She's remarkable. She's fascinating, and it's like there's nothing you could do with her. But she definitely needed some more help tonight because she was the only person to really put on. Azare Stevens did good, but they definitely need more production. Rose's bench let them down tonight. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and I was pulling for the Hive too. That I was like, please let them win. They played so good the whole game.
Yeah,
Just close it out. Please close it out. Don't. I think the game was like tied or something. Like, oh my god, they get this one away, man. Like, and I'm oh here root for y'all. Y'all about to give me a heart attack. What are y'all like? Come on, like. But they pulled it off. Kelsey Mitchell to the basket. She's too quick, man. That first
fast.
step is too quick, man. Once she get that first step on who guarding her,
Uh,
good night. And she going left to her strong hands. Good night. Once you get there, it's done. So, and this is the Kelsey Mitchell that we in the beginning. We was like, yeah, this is her kind of game. Spaced out floor, 3v3, get your own bucket. Her speed is crazy. Her bag is crazy. She can shoot. She got all that. She got the handle. Like, this is her kind of game, and we finally saw what she's capable of doing in this kind of setting. Now I'm looking for her to build on that, get some more 20-point games, maybe a 30-point game, maybe a 40-point game. Shit, maybe a 50-point game. Like she's capable of it. Ain't like she can't do it. And then with that team, I think she have a lot of opportunity with that team, being that she don't have a lot of like other scorers on her team, except maybe like a Sonya Citron. Um, there's no other like a just like a natural scorer on that team. Everybody like Mo Billings and the other ones like they get buckets off pick and rolls and broken plays or attacking the closeout. Kelsey Mitchell spread it out and she go get us. And happy they got the one win, at least one win.
yeah,
At least
definitely.
one. Yeah, at least
Yeah,
one win. Somebody had to be Rose. I was tired of all that Rose BS. Somebody
yes.
had to beat him. And the Hive, the Bees, beat the Rose, man.
Game of matchups. Game of
Mhm.
matchups.
Yes, sir. And last game, Laces and Phantom. Laces defeat Phantom by one. Game 1-3 by Brittany Sykes. I don't know why. I don't remember who was guard her. Then she came with that screen. Then
Yeah. Yeah.
jump shot. I'm like, okay, but Laces. Brittany Sykes 17 points. Alyssa Thomas 19 points. Jackie Young 17 points. Jordan Canada 12 points. Last Hellman 7 points. Maddie Seegers 4 points. And for Phantom, Aaliyah Boston another superb game from her. 20, 23. Tiffany Hayes 9 points. Kelsey Plum also one of them. Kelsey Mitchell kind of scores them. 25 points. Uh, Cloud 8 points and 6 assists. And Kiki Area Fan 10 points. Mel, your takeaway from this game?
Yeah, I mean, this was a really good game. You could just tell like both teams were evenly balanced in terms of just like competing against each other. It seemed like they played each other very well. And something that I noticed off Rip was I guess Phantom, I guess the Laces came out and was like, yo, we're gonna attack the weakest link defensively. And I remember when I saw Kelsey Plum on Brittany Sykes, and I think Brittany Sykes hit a three. It was like, yo, switch that. And then they put her on Jackie Young. Jackie Young started to go crazy. Oh, block work, come here. And even they started going back for it was like they was literally intentionally attacking Kelsey Plum. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like they came out of the gate strong where they like, yo, they played aggressive, things got kind of physical, chirping and things like that. But it's competitive basketball. It was great to see. And yeah, like I said, it was fun. It was a close game all throughout. What really kind of I was glad to see because even though like I said, the Laces was, kind of picking on Kelsey defensively, Kelsey Plum still ended up with 25. So it's like Kelsey Plum is one of those players where you have to try to tire her out, because all of that energy that she has, once she's able to exert that on the offensive end and she's getting going, she's hard to stop. Like at the end of the day, Kelsey Plum, yeah, she may not be the best defender, but can she? If she could put that ball in the hoop, she can cross you up. She's quick too, lefty, could shoot threes, could get by you, and she was doing that all night. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and she shot efficiently. She was 9 for 17 from the field. She shot 3 for 7 from three. She had 6 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? 7 assists. So Kelsey Plum really balled out. I loved what I saw in the midst of just like the chirp and the back and forth and how Sykes wasn't playing around with her either. Like it was like yo, they was going at it. You know what I'm saying? But we love to see that competition. Um, Aaliyah Boston balled out, and I listen. I know people. You know, whether it's with AB and the elbows and the jokes,
Elbows.
Aaliyah Boston is a problem to guard. At her size, she knows how to move and do everything great. The jump shot, the post, once she continues to work on that three, she's going to be a problem. Like she's a matchup nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Like at her size, she can do everything. So it's like, she balled out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if Fana was able to hit some more threes, they could have probably won the game because I think there was a point where like Aaliyah Boston was shooting threes and Kiki Ariafin was shooting threes. They had open looks, but they couldn't knock one down. And outside of KP and Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Cloud looked good in the beginning, but I feel like she started to defer and play making things like that. But I can't get mad at it because that's Tosh. Like Tosh is gonna do what
Yeah,
she needs to do.
that's what she do. That's her
Yeah,
thing.
that's what she does. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Tosh go out and drop 20 because I know she can. But yeah, overall this was a great game. I will say shout out to Slim for holding it down because I feel like Slim has been playing immaculate. She's been playing great. Shout out to Jackie Young who also played great as well. AT of course, Canada kind of 2 for 7 from the field and things like that. But down the stretch, Brittany Sykes just has to do a better job of being more consistent because she'll play great hard shots, tough shots through the first 3 quarters. And then when it's time to kind of close it out, sometimes she may miss an easy one or things like that or rush. But and at first I was like, yo, just give the ball to Jackie Young because I think Jackie Young made an and one towards the end. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the closer. And then but Brittany Sykes came off that screen and popped that three, money. Nothing
that
else
was
to be
it.
said. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So shout out to the Laces for finding a way to get that dub. But all throughout, it was a close game, evenly matched, and it was just beautiful basketball. But the fandom definitely needed a bit more outside of AB and KP.
Yeah. And Dana Evans, just to you right here. When are you gonna play? Like we see you on the side with the nice outfits and stuff,
Yeah,
but
beautiful
when you
outfits.
going
Yes,
when
yes.
you gonna get your ass on that court? Like, come on, I've been waiting to see Dana Evans and she been just posing like she in every picture looking good on the in the tunnel fitting hallway. I see her in practice playing looking just fine. So why she not playing? I'm trying to figure out why she not playing, man. But Dana Evans, get your ass back on that court, man. But from a yeah, AB definitely like she's shooting a three now. So that if she becomes just let's say a 37% 3-point shooter right there, and then combine that you combine that with like she's an excellent in a 2-man game. Her and Caitlin like 2-man game is excellent. You know she's like I said she know how to. She, kids man, she know how to make a play in a row. I mean, some people say she do moving screens. Like sometimes she does, man. But she's a good screener. She rolls to the basket very well. She know how to hit the jump shot. She know how to make a play out of the short pick and roll. So like she's just a good player. Like I see the growth in her game every year. And she's look great. Like I always been a fan of hers, but she definitely like moving up a couple tiers with me, even before Unrivaled, even like from last season. Like she's moving up a couple tips with me, and so I'm really so I like her. I like her game. I like what she's doing. Like you said, Cloud has to like Cloud has always been a player that just like the first like. Even with last year, with the Liberty, like she started out the first month just like super aggressive. I'm like, yeah, this is the Cloud that I want to see. But she just has a habit of just like, all right, enough of that scoring stuff. Even though I could do it, I'm gonna just start passing and get my team involved
Mhm.
and become. And then doing that, on the offensive end, she kind of like takes herself out the game as far on the offensive end, but she still plays hard defensively, defends the ball very well still to this day.
Mhm.
I need more from Tiffany Hayes though. Like she did 9 points in 9 minutes, but I need more from her. I don't know why she's not playing more, but Plum is definitely like I said, this her kind of game, man. This
Yep. Get to it.
the best, yeah, your best bet is like you said, win her on defense, like because she's not the best defender, and she's very small as well. So Jackie Young is about like maybe like 6'3", 6'2", whatever she is, but she's very strong. She
Mhm.
plays right in that post. You know what I used to do to you in practice? Ain't nothing
Mhm.
new. Like this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. So, but great game though. Like
Great game.
excellent game, man. Excellent game, man. Like like I'm loving all these teams, man. Except maybe like just maybe like if Hive played the way they played last game,
Watch
next
out.
game, they're not be good. But if they don't, it's what it is, man. But Laces definitely like we wasn't that high on them in the beginning of the year, but beginning of the season because we was like where's the shoe in that. But so far they've been making it work, man.
Yeah.
Sykes playing out her
Brady Sykes
mind.
is
Like
looking
she's not playing
incredible.
like a Chelsea Gray, but she playing out her mind. Like she just come alive in this setting right here, come alive, and then you
Mm.
see it on both ends of the floor.
She mean
Oh
business.
yeah, she guarded your best player. She high in their face, and
Yeah.
offensively she attacking them.
Yeah. No games being played. You see her demeanor. You see that face. She there to take your heart and win. She don't care about nothing else. Like she's straight business. So shout out to Slim and Sykes for balling out, man.
Shout out to Slim, man. Yeah, so like I said, Laces defeat Phantom 76-75. Laces is now 3-1. The Phantom is 2-2. Before we get out of here, Mel, I don't know if you saw the news or not that the league is trying to buy back the 60% stake they sold in 2022. They're trying to buy it back. I'm assuming they want to buy it back so now they can have a bigger share of the pie. So now they could give the players the revenue share that they want. I'm hoping, that's what it
Mm.
is because I know in 2022, they was after the pandemic, they needed money, whatever. So they had sold it to I know it's like tonight, to a couple WNBA owners. I know like the Fever owner, the Liberty owner,
Mhm.
Wings owner, the Sparks owner, and I forgot who else, man. And the rights company. So they trying to buy it back. And I don't know if they're gonna even sell it back, but I know for sure it's worth more now than it was
Mhm.
back then. So if back then, let's say if you bought it for let's say 20 mil, that 20 mil might be like 50 mil now.
Mhm.
So now would they want to sell it back? I don't know, but I feel like that's probably gonna be a key aspect to getting the CBA deal done. Because like I
Agreed.
said,
Yeah.
if they could buy it back, now they will own a more stake in the W. Well, they will own more of the WNBA. They can now give out more revenue share because now we own more. Now we go either way we gonna make our money, and now you can make your money, and now we all happy. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
They said they're gonna try to buy it back, but they don't know if they're gonna sell it. So I guess in the days moving forward, we'll find out if anybody wanna sell it back to them. I hope they do, man. I'm trying to have a
Yeah.
season, man. I'm not trying to
Facts. Yeah.
go into next year or this year with no season, man. I'm not
Yeah, that'll be down to man. Like I said,
yeah,
pay the women what
yeah,
they want, what they deserve. I'm all for whatever allows to give these players the money that they deserve. So I'm all for it. Hopefully something, materializes out of that and they're able to get it by and, sell that back for sure.
sure, man. So of course I think it's man, but that concludes this episode. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. Back her. Yeah. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah.
Make sure also y'all follow our socials. It will be at the bottom at the beginning of the video. Follow the socials, all our
Mhm.
show love. Like I always tell y'all, keep doing your thing. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. And y'all keep us going. Y'all keep us going, like, cause it'd be kind of hard to come up here 11 o'clock at nighttime and do it. But we do this because we love it, and we
Yeah.
know y'all love it, and y'all tuning in, y'all showing love, man. Keep doing what y'all
Yeah.
do, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Always
Yeah,
keep showing love. We're gonna keep doing what we do. Thank you for the support, the
facts.
love. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Keep sharing, keep engaging. We're
Mhm,
gonna keep doing what we do. Cause we love the game, we love the sport. Women's basketball, women's sports. It's incredible, man.
mhm. Facts, man. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we got some great college games.
Hmm.
Thankful they're early, so now we could like hit those early.
Yeah.
We got some good games tomorrow, so we be back for that. It was supposed to be 4 days straight, but we, like I said yesterday, we fell asleep. We was tired, so we took a day off. So it's all good though. We working though. We working.
Yeah, we
So we
working,
working,
we
man.
working.
You want to say goodnight? You want to say goodnight? You keep bothering me while I'm trying to work.
Before we in the pod,
Yeah.
gotta hear good night.
Okay. Say goodnight.
All right.
Good night.
Good
Bye,
night.
Mel.
Bye.
I like
That's how
that.
you
We
end
out
it.
of here.
That's how you end it.